Hey folks, if you find yourself with a batch of old hard drives to test from time to time, I find the easiest way is with a USB 3 to IDE SATA connector. It comes with a 12 volt power pack in order to supply the necessary 5 volts through a 4-pin Molex connector that older 3.5 inch drives require. It has a USB cable to connect to your computer. On one side we have SATA connector, have a IDE connector for 2.5 inch drives and an IDE connector for 3.5 inch drives. So 2.5 inch drives like those shown here are generally found in older laptops and 3.5 inch in older desktops. So to connect it, if we look at this drive here for example, on the left we have the IDE connector, on the right we have the 4-pin Molex connector, and in between the two we have pins to jumper configure the drive. Now with this drive, the jumper configurations, master, slave, cable select and slave present. The device requires the master to be configured, so with this drive that's pins 7 and 8. So we would take our jumper pin and we would push that onto pins 7 and 8. We'd then connect the 4-pin Molex connector, taking note of the angles on the top to orientate it correctly, make sure we don't insert it upside down, and then connect to the IDE, taking note that the notch on the connector goes to the top of the drive. Through Windows 10 we can then use Disk Manager to inspect the drive, or if we're using the terminal we can use diskpart, and that way you can find out if the drive is working and whether or not it contains any long lost Bitcoin. Now whilst that's a joke, if you do happen to find some, please remember me and this video. Thank you.